What's good, everybody out there? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Let's Talk Indie podcast, where we talk about everything related to independent entertainment. I'm your host, Deron Alexander, and today we are about to dive into the hottest series that is circulating the internet right now, called Tears of a Hustler Season 2, starring O'Shea Russell, Crystal the Doll, Natasha Ely, and Michael James. And I know I don't usually have my hair down there much, but I'm kind of feeling it today. So we finna see how this play out. But I'm not doing this alone. I'm not doing this by myself, man. I'm about to bring in two of the main stars of the series, Paulina, portrayed by Natasha Ely, and G Money, portrayed by Michael James. I'm about to bring them into the studio, and we about to pick their brain, because we got to get to the bottom of this Tears of a Hustle Season 2. We got to talk about Season 1 and a potential Season 3. So let's bring them into the studio and let's get down to business.
Yo.
What's y'all with it, baby?
What it do?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? How y'all feeling?
Man,
Wonderful.
great. This pollen ain't killing me today, but I feel good.
Oh shit, you doing all right then, goddammit.
Yeah.
That pollen bad in Atlanta.
Bad.
Natasha, I know this is your first time on my platform, but Michael James been here a few times, so he already know this. But you have to understand, though, that I am not a professional. I am just a nigga on the internet that love to have fun. I love to talk about independent films, and I love to talk to the people associated with the film. So you got to know that.
Well, that's great, because I am not a professional either.
Shit, come on now. We're finna have but hold up. It does more. The second thing, which is the most important thing, you must know, this is a cognac-friendly platform. So I ain't drinking yak today. I'm drinking these Southern Peach Jack Daniel drinks.
Okay.
And they hitting right now. I'm on my seventh
Sponsor.
one. So
Sponsor.
Hello.
Hello, sponsors.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I need to turn that around. I'm drinking on some peach shit today and do that.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah. Well, look, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for jumping onto my podcast, man. I appreciate y'all for sitting down and rapping with me. Tears of a Hustler has been making like some crazy noise since Season 1. Season 2 is, even bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. And man, we finna find out about it. What y'all think?
Thank you for
Let's get into this, man.
Well, check this out. I'm gonna start with Natasha, because this is her first time on my platform. So before I even get into like the fucking queen pen of Paulina that has captivated my heart specifically, I do got a quick question. What was it initially that got you into acting? I am curious about that.
School. I did a lot of theater when I was in school growing up, elementary school on up. Mm-hmm. But Atlanta is what got me into it seriously.
Yeah,
like on the serious side of it. Yeah.
Atlanta has been doing a whole lot of things to a lot of people. That's why I stay away from that motherfucker, to make sure it don't do it to me.
Yeah, Atlanta get you in a little trouble. Yeah, good trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, look, Michael James. You know I'm trying to make it look. You know I stay away from that motherfucker.
Hey, bro, listen, every time we come down, we like, yeah, let me roll, man.
Let me get the fuck up out of here.
Let me get the fuck up out of here, man.
Yeah, boy, look, that motherfucker is temptation capital, and I said no. I'm back on.
Yeah, it is.
That's good.
Yeah, it is.
That's good that you was conscious of it.
Oh no. If it's one thing I am, is extremely self-aware. Like I understand who I am. I understand my limitations, and I know the type of shit I get myself into if I let myself stick around. So I like to come back to Nashville, Tennessee, where it's safe, country music capital. There's police everywhere to make sure them YNs ain't kicking my dough in, and it ain't too many BBLs walking around, because
overstaying.
Well, look, man, check this out, man. Let's get into this Tears of a Hustler a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to know a whole lot of things. I got a bunch of questions for both of y'all. Let me holler at G Money for a hot second. G Money, this Season 2, man.
Okay.
What did the kids do, man?
What the kids do?
You were beating the shit out that nigga and said,
"Oh man, man, dude, hey, G Money was in the frustration. You know, when G Money go off, he go off.
Man, G Money the real thing.
Yeah, when G Money go off, he go off. He didn't care about the kids, the main mama, the baby mama, him.
Well, look, let me ask you about that, right? So, okay, you got G Money season one. In between season one and season two, you film a whole bunch of other stuff in between time. Is it hard to get back into G Money because you done been so many other characters between that time, or is it easy to jump back into it because you're already familiar with it?
G Money is someone I can relate to.
I got you.
That's somebody I know personally. So
Yes.
that thing never turn off.
Shit, goddamn it, shit. Would talk to me then, goddamn it.
Yeah,
G Money is
that's a whole
twin.
life. Yeah, that's a
Look,
whole life.
look,
So
you was once G Money, just didn't have a G Money name. It was something else.
yeah, that's it. That's it. But I'm
Right.
gonna tell you this: it's hard to break out that bitch once you say rap.
Yeah.
It's hard to break out that bitch.
Yeah. Natasha, let
Yeah.
me ask you, because this, I believe Tears of a Hustle season two was your first time on the being a part of Tears of a Hustle
So
universe, right?
yes.
So, where did you get the inspiration to actually? Because Paulina, look, first of all, I just want to say congratulations on killing Paulina.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
I'm
I
talking
don't see nobody else playing that role, bro. That was
now.
she killed that role, bro.
You
Thank
had the
you. Thank you.
attitude,
Keep them
the
coming.
mannerisms. Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at this motherfucker like, boy, she might have done this before in the past life.
Ooh. So we grow. We coming up in certain communities and we get ourselves into survival mode, and we just wind up doing a whole lot of things that we probably under other circumstances wouldn't do. So we
Mhm.
learn how to navigate and make it happen out of zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other
So
words, so that's what I can tell you about my past life.
Yeah.
was it fairly easy for you, like, to get, to basically become Paulina? Because I mean, she's the queen pin, but boy, she kind of a little more than that. Man, she told the nigga she was gonna get him out in the week. Like, I done been on the wrong side of the law a few times in my life. I ain't ran
Yeah.
into nobody who was able to pull them type of strings.
Listen, I wish when I was in the street, I wish I had that kind of pool. I ain't had that
Right?
kind of pool. You know what I'm saying? But I got into that character super quick. It was some
Yeah.
parts of me that just felt like I was attached to that character, and I had never even left that life a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And so
Hmm.
I was able to bring her to life using some of my experiences.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
let me ask you this. So, remember Michael James? We rapped about I believe it was the first interview I did with you because this is your third or fourth time. Like you basically,
He's a resident.
yeah. He's regular on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I remember you was telling me when you first got on there with O'Shea, because he doing the Tyler Perry show or whatnot. So you feel like you had to bring it. Natasha, was it the same type of energy, like, with you sharing the screen with O'Shea Russell? Did you feel like
So
you had to bring it?
listen, I'm gonna bring it everywhere I go. That's number
God damn
one.
it, talk that
And,
talk then.
and, and when I hit the set, I came in with attitude. You know what I'm saying? Once I knew who my character was, I came in with attitude. So people were side eyeing me and looking like I don't like that bitch in real life. Because I came in to make sure that they didn't like me off screen as well as on screen.
Who didn't
You know
like
what I'm
you?
saying? So the crew was cool, but I'm just saying, like, it's certain things like if you want to participate, you want to kiki, or you want to stay in character. And I kind of like chose
Mm.
to try to be in character in some ways, so that way when we're on screen, it will come across like, damn, I really don't like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I carried it.
Well, shit, everything that you did, it made goddamn me Paulina.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
worked. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It
And I
worked.
and I know some of the actors probably was like, she real stank. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Like,
them.
and
Nah, niggas
I
in that
did that on
zone.
purpose.
Yeah.
You had to stay in the character. It's an actor that worked with Denzel. I think that was on what's the name that Johnny played Frank Lucas, American Gangster.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so the actor, I think it's the white guy. He said Denzel was in the zone, and he was the crooked cop. And when they yelled cut, he went to go talk to Denzel about the part they did, and Denzel said, "Don't fucking talk to me."
Yeah, I
And he
seen
thought they had a
that.
problem. Yeah, you saw that. He thought they had a
Yeah,
real problem. But when they
yeah,
got done, he told Denzel like, "Now Denzel told him like, nigga, Frank don't like the cops, so you a
right.
police."
He
So
stayed in
I
the
stayed
circle.
in that zone. Yeah, I
Yeah,
stayed in
and
that
that's
circle.
for me that's better. You know what I'm saying? Because once I get all nice and giddy and all that, it kind of take away from my character on screen.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, so I just want to just stay in character.
I can dig it. Man,
Hmm.
look, Michael James. This G Money second time around, man. You know what I'm saying, man? What the people out there saying about G Money, man? Do you got any favorites? You got any
I'm gonna tell you the
haters?
biggest thing they saying
Yeah.
that they hate that Drew Money got shot at the
Yes.
end. They,
Listen.
bro, when I tell you the comments be coming down my shit, oh my God, I can't, y'all, oh my God, they better not kill my man.
Yes.
And
You have to literally
another
be
one,
a part of those Facebook groups and all these, like they have a
yeah,
Tears of a Hustler Facebook, Tears of a Hustler TikTok, all of these
What?
different groups.
they be,
Yes, they crazy
they
about
all
G
through
Money.
there.
They
Bro, they
crazy
hate
about
that.
G Money.
Listen,
Uh-uh.
they hate, but they loved it at the same time that G Money ended up killing Coco.
Uh-huh.
They was like, oh, I was about to cry with him, but she needed to die because she
Yeah.
snitched. And somebody was getting some death threats like, bitch, you know you were wrong. Like, it was
Yes.
Damn.
crazy.
They be
Yeah.
taking yo. They take it so. They take it to heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read
They
a lot of comments that said my man better not be dead. They was talking about G Money. They was just like, yeah, but he needed to kill that bitch. You know, like they take it serious.
What Natasha what Paulina getting? What the people out there saying about
So,
Paulina?
I
don't
can't
like
stand that
Paulina.
bitch. Listen, some is saying I can't stand that bitch. Some is saying that Paulina ain't to be fucked with. You know she running
Yeah.
it. Some of them say, oh, I hate Paulina hair. I hate her clothes. It's all type of shit.
Hey,
It's all type of
my
shit.
mama loved Paulina.
Oh yes.
Paulina is someone who my mama used to be. So she loved the shit out of Paulina.
Listen, the old school LG, the old school OGs, those women,
Mm-hmm.
they grew up in that era. Even my mom, with the juke joint and the gambling
Right.
houses and all that kind of stuff. They
Mm-hmm.
had that going on back then, so they can relate. For sure, they can
I
relate.
can
Mm-hmm.
dig it.
Listen, I met Silk's mom. That
Yeah.
Yeah, we
lady,
both met Silk
she
Mom.
we both met her, but she literally went crazy when she met me. She was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, like there go Paulina, move!" Like she was trying to get to me, and she was just like, I gotta get a picture. I love you." So
Yeah.
we look shoe in for season 3.
Hell
Shoe
yeah,
in.
goddamn it.
Yeah, she loved me. Yeah, we spoke. I love her for
They
real.
listen, they gonna do wonderful in season 3.
I already know it. I'm looking
You
forward
know,
to it.
I don't know what's
Listen,
gonna happen, but I'm looking forward to seeing season 3. You know, G Money, unfortunately, you know.
No, hell no. G Money look. When I caught my attempted murder back when I was 19, I hit a nigga in the face. The bullet went up under his cheekbone and came out the back of his ear. He lived. He got a cool ass scar on his face, and I'm pissed off I gave it to him. That's what happened to G Money. He's still alive. Goddamn it.
we gonna
I,
look. We gonna claim it because we don't know, and that's the good part about being a part of a series is that
yeah,
you really don't know until you get the script. So people, when they ask and when they think we're being funny, we don't know,
don't
and
know
I
at
think
all.
that's a good thing.
So y'all got the same cliffhanger that the audience do.
Yes,
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. I think it's
we.
genius though.
Me too. I love it. I
I
love it
think
that way.
it's genius though. I think it's
So you
genius
got
though.
people
But
that's gonna sneak and tell and all that. I rather them
no,
not
that
know. Yeah,
let me tell you, I do not know, but I'm gonna tell you this: G Money gone, man.
I'm gonna
I ain't
say
never
this:
smoked G
G
Money.
Money gonna fight, turn that gun around. He gonna
G Money
survive,
gone.
or
He gone.
he gets shot and he survived. I don't know. I'm just
No,
hoping.
and until Tears of a Hustle 3 came out, I feel like G Money in a coma, and he'll wake up one day. That's how I
I
feel.
don't know. Shouts out to Silk, man, the writer and director. So
Yes,
you know, it's on the homie, man.
still got all of us on edge. We on edge right along with y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they all they asking for. We need season 3 now.
Yeah,
Hell
they ready
yeah.
for season 3 already. We like, damn, season 2 just dropped.
That motherfucking Tears of a Hustling demand like dope, goddamn
Yeah,
Hey,
for
bro,
real.
it's some scenes he didn't use.
it. For real.
And man, bro, it was some scenes like crazy. He did
Yeah.
not use in season 2. He did that in
Damn.
season 1. I supposed to ran over real girlfriend in season 1.
Damn.
She
Then I
needed
Oh man, we got the highlight. I got to bring Sip back on her, man. We got to talk about
bring his ass back because
yeah.
I want to see them clips.
it. So what's the
Yeah.
so from an actor's perspective, what are the biggest differences in filming a movie versus filming a series? I'm assuming there's more preparation involved, but
I'm gonna say this: shooting the film, you can get done with that. It's like you got everything set right there. Um, the script is totally just written out. This is how the whole film is gonna go. With a series, you're dealing with different characters and different attitudes and different storylines. So, and it takes a little bit longer too. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to get everybody's stuff out the way. But with a series, to me, I love series.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you're a first time writer or director, a series is the way to go unless you got a main, unless you got a big name actor for a movie. So
I've
I
heard
think,
I heard your sense say that too.
yeah, so I think Silk did wonderful by having big names for his series, which pushed it away out there. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
storyline is great, just along with the books he had, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of people in the walls end up reading a lot of them
Yeah.
books. You know what I'm saying? So
Do y'all
I
feel like
think
it
I
would have?
think he was genius as well by
yeah,
using when you use an actor, even if you just get one great actor that's got a following and that's been putting the
mm-hmm,
work in, just want to do it. You know what I mean? But he got two. He got O'Shea and Crystal Doll, and they doing their thing. And I think they,
mm-hmm,
as a couple, their chemistry on screen is really good. So
yeah,
I
real
think,
good.
yeah, collectively, all the steps that he's made so far, because you got some directors that don't even promote their own shit. You get what I'm saying?
Man,
But the
and my boy
actors
be
might
on
do
his
more
business.
promoting than
Hell
they
yeah.
do.
That boy
Yeah,
be on
so
his business, man.
yeah, I can appreciate Silk for that because he followed the steps. And us as
Yeah,
actors, they may think we're not watching, us as actors, we want to see a director who directs, take their stuff to the film festivals, promote
yeah,
it, you know what I mean, do all the different things to like fully invest in their project. So for me, Silk, he definitely top tier when it comes to that.
facts. Cause I was just talking to somebody. When you pause your Tubi jump,
Tears of a
when you
Hustler.
pause it,
Straight up.
Tears of a Hustler pops up when you pause it. That's
Yeah.
great advertisement,
Yeah.
great marketing. He knows the
Just
game.
everything.
He learned the game. So
Yeah,
heads off to that man. Heads off to my brother.
for sure.
Most definitely. I'm out, and y'all let him know I'll be hitting him up real soon about bringing him back on here. We got some things to talk about Tears of a
Yeah.
Hustler. White might get the fight
Yeah,
on her. No way he killed G Money. I
Oh,
got,
well,
but
he's
I,
genius, so it might, just be a way to keep them viewers in there.
well, I'm gonna tell you one thing we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out. That's what I know.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it
that
out.
means we gonna figure it
And
out.
listen,
We're gonna
G
figure it
Money
out.
better not be gone because Paulina need him.
Come
You
on
know what I
now.
mean?
Paulina
Yeah,
done
she
got into some
do.
shit at the end of that motherfucker. I said, okay, I see where y'all going with this.
Paulina turned into Scarface in that bitch.
Man, that shit was crazy at the
Yeah, that was
end.
dope.
The last
I
shooting
enjoyed
scene,
that.
she come up out the room. I said, okay,
Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Hey,
that's a
no, my
hey,
favorite
that's a
part with Paulina was in the club, bro.
When she threw the
When
nigga up
she,
off.
yeah.
man, that's my part.
That
That's
was some
my
real, hey,
part.
that's some real stunt shit too, by the way.
Did he
Yeah,
help
that's
you with
all
that? Or
that.
was you really able to throw him like that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he didn't. I didn't plan. We didn't plan it. No, I just kind of
What?
like I had to push him because that's a big nigga.
Hell
That's a
yeah,
big
he is.
motherfucker.
A big nigga. Yeah, but when he grabbed me and threw his weight on me, it was all that was real.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, let me.
absolutely.
What y'all two done been work, what y'all have worked together already on BFFs. Like, was
Yeah.
there already like a sense of chemistry there once y'all got on Tears of a Hustler 2, or because the characters were so different? did y'all have to like kind of recreate that chemistry when y'all was sharing the screen together?
I have to say, working with her is easy because she's gonna feed me what I want, and I'm gonna try to do the same thing. So I know I'm working with a professional. So whatever the lines are, we're gonna go over this shit. And I know once we get in front of that camera and they say action, I know what the fuck she finna do, and
Yeah.
she know what the fuck I'ma do.
Yeah, so
Right.
so no matter what the lines is, no matter what the character is, I already know it's not gonna be what I call a dead scene, right? And you have an
Yeah.
actor who's not feeding you, because even if you miss a line and you make up something, right? The
Mm-hmm.
other actor should know how to just bounce back and keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have that, you good to go. And we in competition. He know I'm not gonna show up and not show out, and I know the same with him. So even if I fumble, he gonna save. If he fumble, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
save. You know what I'm saying? And then we always have the chemistry because I know how he's passionate about it, and just like me.
Man, that is way too much goddamn thinking. That's why I can't. That's why I ain't gonna be no actor. It's too much just picking up
Yeah, but
and.
it's not that
That's
much
the thing,
thinking.
though.
It's
There's
not.
no thinking.
It's
There's
no
no
thinking.
thinking. If you come on that shit thinking, you gon' fuck up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
Stop
sure.
that
thinking.
makes
Stop thinking. Stop
You
thinking and
is
be.
because you can tell when actors is thinking. Let me tell you
Yeah,
something. There's actors that you literally can see them counting or waiting or mouthing words with the other actor to wait for
I
their
hate that.
turn. Horrible. You have to not think and you have to put yourself in that situation, your real self in
Mm-hmm.
that situation. So no matter what he says, if he's off script or whatever come out of his mouth, you just got to be able to react.
Yeah,
mm, that's I guess I can see like once you put yourself like in the mind of the character, now it's second nature. It ain't so much as
Right.
mm-hmm.
the lines and because you are Paulina now, you are G Money now,
Yes.
so I
And
guess
as long as you know where the script is going, you can almost say anything as long as you know that you're following the scene. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's just like rules of common sense.
I
Yeah.
can dig it.
Yeah.
Indulge in the conversation, and
Yeah.
by her past and my past, we knew what this was about.
For
You know what I'm
real.
saying? Look, I took care of that business for you. What's up?
I
You know
look.
what I'm saying?
If I was an actor, as soon as the camera start rolling, I'm gonna get to looking around like, what do I do with my hands? Like I ain't gonna know
some
what the fuck to do.
Oh,
some people do that, and that's one thing. Like we do the workshops, and that's one thing we tell them: don't let your hands out at you,
man, what?
because sometimes people either their eyes, their hands, all of those different things can outact you, and people will
Yeah.
remember the scene just because you did a lot of hand movement, but they don't remember what you said. They don't really remember the scene. They just remember a lot of hand movement. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
I
why I take
remember
my
you
hat off to
pointing a
y'all.
lot, huh?
I said that's why I take my hat off to y'all because I wouldn't. I'd be over here like this. I wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah,
That's why.
over active hands. That's the
Mhm.
thing. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this though. Since this is a critique kind of show, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm all about positivity, at the end of the day, I still do some critiquing. So I'm curious to know, as creators, we can be our biggest critics at times. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I want y'all to give me what do you feel like was the best thing that you seen in yourself in the film, and what do you take away from it that you feel like you could have done better?
I'll let you go first.
I think that my timing could have been better on some of the scenes. Because you can say your lines, but the delivery sometimes is overshadowed by the timing of the lines, the delivery, right? So you might deliver your lines too quick or do a movement too quick that'll throw for me, it'll throw me off. You know what I'm saying? And it possibly could throw other actors off. So I just think timing a little bit, my timing could have been a little bit better.
I can dig it. G
Mm,
Money, talk to me. What you take away?
um, nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. Only thing I really have a problem with was the crying scene when I was choking Coco out.
Uh
You
huh.
This
mad about
this
that?
this has taught me a valuable lesson, bro. cry every time.
Bring it
Because
It
every
got
they
time.
may not use the one that you're crying on, bruh.
Yeah, bring it every time. You gotta bring
You
it
got to
every
cry every
single
time.
time. That
You
editing
got to
is
cry every
us
time.
actors when we see the final cut, it's always like, damn, they didn't use my good scene or my good side of it.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? So you have to
Cause
just bring it every single take.
the scene with me choking Coco,
Cry
when I
all
tell you the first one was like boohoo, snot, slob, tears dropping. Then we did
damn.
it again, and it was like it was my face was still wet, but the tears wasn't dropping.
Ah,
They used that one. I'm like, nigga, I know I ain't just crying and snot all over myself. Damn, this spit
right.
on Britney, and y'all didn't use that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
that's
But
OD.
Damn.
it is what it is.
That's how
What are
it
some
is.
It
methods
was
that
like
y'all use
that
to
when
cry?
we did Deadly Control. So I've learned
Oh
my lesson
yeah.
about crying, bro.
Yeah.
You got to cry every time. Cry every
Got
time.
to. Yeah. Cause
What are some
we
methods that
did a
y'all
couple
use to
crying
cry?
scenes in that movie. Yeah.
What'd you say?
What are some methods that y'all use to cry?
I just
I
go
heard.
We
into
cry.
I
Well,
just
I
go
heard
into a
yawning.
zone.
I heard yawning can make you cry.
For
I
me,
don't do all that. I've been on set where people want to use vapor rub under their
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, they do have
That's just
a set vapor rub type of thing that they can use for the cry.
yeah,
I just take myself to a dark place. I like to go
yeah.
to where my son's father was murdered, and I could literally think about that and remember seeing him face down in the gambling spot
Damn.
when he was killed. And so if I think about that, it just depends. I might think about that. I'll think about losing my aunt. Um, it's a number of things that I could use, honestly.
The main thing for me is being in the moment and wishing my grandma could see it.
Damn.
Hmm.
That's my thing. I go
Yeah.
to that place every time. I'm like, because I'm doing something that I don't think she saw me doing. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I wish she could just, what I'm saying, be proud of me. I wish she
Yeah.
can just actually say it to me. And I go on. That's. It's nothing else for me to use but that.
Yeah. For me, my
In
baby
real.
daddy used to be like, "Baby mama, you pressure." You know what I'm saying? Like I can remember those
Yeah, yeah.
words, and so when I think about him being killed, it always take me back to him probably going back to, now he was a hard gangster, but I'm saying when I think about the night that he was killed, I always think that he probably wanted his mother in some ways, and so that always make me cry. And I always go back
Mm,
to that place, but I know that he would have been super proud of me, and that's his main thing. Baby mama, you pressure, you hell out here, like, you
mm,
know what I'm saying. And so I think about all of
Mhm.
that.
Is it
mm.
like in real time on set? Like, is it like once you done went to that dark place to get the cry and get the scene out? Is it hard to come out of it? Like, because
Yeah.
it can be heavy on you in real time.
Yeah, sometimes I know Mike, bro, he done had to go to the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying? We might go into it and then have to like take a little minute to go and take a break. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Let me ask y'all this. What is the one takeaway that you want the fans to, or just the audience in general, to gather from y'all performance in Tears of a Hustler?
What a takeaway.
Hell
I
yeah.
want them. I want them to see that a gangster can love, man.
I feel that.
I
From
was,
G Money, I feel that.
A
yeah,
gangster can love, man. A
I,
gangster can love, man. It looks like a nigga ain't got no heart, but a gangster can love, man. And G
I
Money
feel
was
that.
definitely in love with Coco, even though he was still, tricking his dick off in a few spots. But
Niggas ain't never
it's
been shit.
yeah, but he knew where home was at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and I
And
think the whole thing, just the whole lifestyle, because it really is a lifestyle. And I
Yeah,
think Mike and I, we done lived that lifestyle. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's a whole, and people may see it a different way. People that's on the right side of the track gonna definitely see it a different way. But it is a lifestyle that if we make it to this side where we're at, listen, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
we literally have lived it and have been there in real life.
Yeah,
I can dig that. I
Hmm.
yeah.
know Mike, I done asked you this before, but Natasha, I'm gonna ask you, when it comes to staying on script, like staying with your lines, or when you get into like the improv and the ad libbing, would you say for yourself, would it be more of just in the moment type of thing, and then you just kind of going with the flow, or do you actually look at some of the lines and be like, it'd be better if I say it this way, or I wouldn't say no shit like that when it comes
Both.
to like improv?
So when I get the script, I scratch out and put a different word in how I would say it. If they say something like he isn't going, I'm gonna be like, he ain't going. You know what I mean? Because
Mm,
that's how I speak. So it wouldn't
right.
sound right for me to say he isn't going. So I wouldn't deliver it that way. I would just be like, he ain't going. You know what I mean? So I'll go through the whole script, scratch out, write how I would say it. And then as far as the improving, it's just on the spot. Yeah, and I just hope to be with an actor that can understand and relate. Because some actors are new to the game and they'll be waiting for a certain word, and they'll be waiting for that last word in the sentence before their line comes in, and
Mm,
then you throw them off if you say a different word. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I
yeah,
don't like that, because you got to be on your toes, and you just got to be like we were saying, stay in the moment.
yeah.
that's what I was curious about that. Like, whenever y'all going on to a new set, what I'm saying, especially like Tears of a Hustler, Natasha, you specifically, what I'm saying, because season 2 was your first season,
Yes.
dealing with new actors such as, like Crystal the Doll and
Hmm.
O'Shea and whatnot. I'm pretty sure, at least I would assume, y'all develop feelings throughout, down the line, the more y'all on film together. But that first initial time on film or that table read or whatever, like, is it ever a difficult moment where it's like, okay, I gotta get a feeling for this person, or I gotta, what I'm saying, or fuck it, I'm just here, we just doing what we do.
So some actors are very, very different. You know what I mean? Some are robotic in a way where
Mm-hmm,
you can't pull from them. It's just really
mm-hmm,
like a black and white. You know what I mean? And some actors, y'all have this rapport. They can pull from you, you can pull from them. And you can tell that they're seasoned because you can say certain things and they pick right up and, do what they do. But sometimes it's difficult when you go on a new set, because like you said, you don't know anybody, you don't know the chemistry, you know what I mean? But if you just relate to your character, and if they're in their character for real, then the chemistry that's on paper is what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike, let me ask you something, bro. I know season 2 of Tears of a Hustler, G Money kind of showed more of his emotional side, with his love, what I'm
Hmm.
saying, for his lady or whatnot. What did the people say about you? And then even though you had some violent moments, I feel like you was probably a little more violent in season 1. What did
Yeah,
the people had to say
for
about you in
sure.
season 1? What was the comments and reviews like for G Money in season 1?
Season one was I think people were starting to pick up on G Money because they was like, man, whoever this dude is crazy as hell.
It's hell.
You know what I'm saying? But the flip side too was like a lot of people were saying that's the type of nigga you need on your team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
with season two, you saw loyalty with G Money because he went all out to get his brother out of jail.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was doing
yeah.
whatever it took to get his brother out of jail, man. That's what he
He
was
was
gonna
on
do.
it.
Look, man, I gotta go holler at this bride. My favorite part when G Money was talking to the lawyer and they were talking about Paulina, and he was like, and the lawyer was like, "Well, what if she don't? What if she don't serve you?" My boy looked up and said, "Then I have to rob the bitch." You know what I'm saying?
I
You
love
know
that
what I'm saying?
line.
And I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I'm gonna have
rob
to
the bitch,
rob the
man.
bitch. Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
line. Hmm.
So
Man,
I
let me
think they're just showing loyalty with with G Money Ali. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got back home, then he felt some type of way. Like, damn, my nigga, I ain't know we was gonna get into so much of this shit for me getting you out. But nigga, this is my game. This is what I do. You wanna live this new life and try to get away from the streets, nigga, this is me. This is all I got. So
Mm-hmm.
And I did whatever I had to do.
yeah, it's a lot of emotions with this character with season two. Season two is like,
Yes.
I'm gonna show my loyalty. Then I'm like, damn, I didn't think we was gonna get into all this shit. And nigga, quit your bitch, and we got to, you know what I'm saying, man up and get this money. And then I'm like, damn, man, my bitch left me. So G Money got a whole lot of shit going on with
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
All
And I
Yeah.
right.
think I think Paulina have a level of respect for him because he did what he did
Mm-hmm.
for him. And then, he's still a shit talker. And his homeboy is a shit talker with him. And she had to respect it.
Hell
Shit,
Who
yeah,
shouts out to
goddamn.
who
Nolly.
else you want on your
Shout-
team? You know what I'm saying? You don't want no weak links. You had them. Okay, yeah, that's what I need. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love working with my boy Play Knowledge and my other boy that played Malcolm, man, D. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Working with them two was very fun. I've never worked with them, but I've always been a fan of my boy Knowledge work
Yeah, me
on
too.
a lot of his stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to when we got to working, me and my guy D who played Malcolm, I was like, look, bro, G Money gonna be saying some sarcastic shit to you. He's like, cool, I'm gonna pick up on it. I was like, all right, bet, let's run. So that's why I
Right.
was like, all right, lead me to
Yeah.
the door. Come on, Shrek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was
They
like,
had that
you
whole
know what I'm
banter.
saying?
It was not even on the script.
No, none of that shit was stupid.
Yeah. Shout
When I
out to
told him,
Big
man,
D, Mr.
when,
Amazing.
yeah, when G Money told that man, uh, uh, keep it rolling, fire to chop that tree, nigga. All that shit was ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that.
Damn.
And that's one thing about Silk, though. Let me tell you about Silk. Silk don't mind it. If it
Yeah.
makes sense
If it makes
and it
sense.
fits,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna let it roll. Cause he asked me on for season one, was like, bro, how would you say it? Cause I like your Memphis accent. I'm like, shit, I be saying, nigga, you must be crazy, man. And then with season two was like, man, you out here fucking with a big smoker thunder cookies. That's some
Man,
Memphis shit
I
right
Yeah.
there.
thought I was gonna have a conniption when he said that. Man, and then he said she not a crackhead. Boy, I thought I was gonna die. Now
Yes,
that
the
was
fuck she
funny.
is, goddamn it.
Yes, you out here fucking with a bitch that's smoking thunder cookies. I
Hey,
said, what?
Alfonso, that brother there is great at his job. Shouts out to
Yeah.
Alfonso, shouts out to D.
Yeah,
Man, you two brothers, man, brought it, man.
yes.
Man, listen, man.
And Malcolm, he was very easy to work with.
Yeah,
He
D was
he
good.
was he was cool because we would talk amongst ourselves like, okay, well you gonna say this, we're gonna do this, and he gonna
Mm-hmm.
follow or whatever to make the scene right. He was really really dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is what I want to know, right? I need everybody to put their thinking caps on. Matter of fact, no, take the thinking caps off.
All right.
Natasha, Paulina no longer exists. The Natasha from the old day is in Paulina's position. How
Mm.
does Natasha handles the situation that's going on, getting crossed out by the mayor, all that? Like, how does Natasha
Mm.
handle Paulina's situation
In real life, back in the day.
in real life? Yeah, this is Natasha is Paulina now, not going by the script. You Paulina. How do you handle this situation?
Don't incriminate yourself.
Uh, I don't think she's doing anything wrong. I mean, I think she's handling her own just the way she's supposed to as a female in the game. And I
But
think
how would
she,
Natasha do it?
I think,
Natasha, you done the same
well,
thing Paulina did.
Natasha, she being Natasha, would probably do the same thing. Yeah. She gonna handle it the way she handled it.
Uh,
I don't see her not getting rid of the mayor for playing with her money. I don't see her not everything
don't
she
play
did
right now.
aside from
Don't play
shooting
with
up
her
the
money.
club. Wait, aside from killing everybody in the club, she ain't doing that. She not gonna do that. But everything else, I think she handled pretty well.
No, I told you if I was Paulina, I'd have smoked Ali ass a long time ago on this Black Power ass. Let's turn nah, nigga. We dope dealers, nigga. Get
Nah,
your
cause
motherfucker.
Hey man, listen. So let me tell you about this line with me and O'Shea.
I
We
thought you
had to
talking
do
about
that
the
scene,
certified line.
bro. We had to do that scene 3 times. We had to do that scene. Shouts out to O'Shea, man. When I say he
Right.
held it on, but the man laughed every single time because I threw it in there. It wasn't in the. It wasn't in the script. It was
I
not
already
in
knew
the
it was.
script. It was not in the script. So I shocked the shit out of him. When the nigga came up to us,
Right.
we supposed to be pushing out, helping our people go forward, not fucking pushing them back. Hey, look, Farrakhan, man, the man laughed so goddamn hard. Silk
I know
laughed,
he did.
everybody laughed, because that was not in the script. So we stopped, and Silk was like, yeah, keep that and do it again. So we did it again. The man laughed his ass off again. So the
Uh,
third time, like, bro, let's
shit.
go knock this shit out. So the third time, we got to it, and we finally made that
oh
shit happen.
God.
But when I tell you that shit was hilarious, bro, to add that in there.
Bruh, I know. Look, I can tell when you said it, I knew that shit was ad libbed. I said, "What this
Yeah.
nigga just called him man? Furcon?"
Hey, man. And you know that's one of my mentors, man. So I had to
Yeah.
throw the mentor in there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
I
Let me
had
let
to,
me
man. But that was a dope line.
Michael James. Do you if you G Money, you take G Money out. This Michael James brain now. You get to handle all this. You get to decide whether you're gonna keep selling dope in front of the main house or you gonna kill Coco or whatever. Whatever this is Michael James now. How does Michael James handle the situations that's going on with G Money?
I would have choked that bitch out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not finna sit on here and play like I would have choked the ass out. Back then, the miscellaneous would have did that, not Michael.
Right, right,
Michael is the guy now. Michael is
right.
who you're interviewing. You know what I'm saying? But miscellaneous, yeah, I didn't, yeah, yeah, yep.
So
It would have went down the
so
same way.
with old buddy who was tripping out on y'all, right? You know, for selling dope in front of his spot. You know what I'm saying? Hold on,
He would have been
Natasha.
got pistol whipped. I've been pistol whipped shit. Only reason I'm gonna whoop his ass and not kill him because that's my brother's folks. But man,
Yeah.
you gotta get these hands, man. I gotta put these paws on you, man. Quit fucking with my money, fool.
Matter of fact, do miscellaneous even fuck with a nigga like you know the character O'Shea Russell portrayed? Like this nigga, he done switched over. I know Michael James would because you know he got a positive, you know what I'm saying, like train of
No,
thought.
I'm gonna tell you, listen now, miscellaneous. I've indulged in those type of situations, and my homies, you know, they try to do the right thing, and I'm like, well, you know, handle your business. I still was a conscious person, even though I was
Mm-hmm.
still doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had the
Yeah.
sense of values, and you know what I'm saying, the necessary values out here in life. But you know, I never wanted to stop nobody from doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to do the right thing. So
Yeah. Just
nah,
different
I would have saluted.
circumstances.
I would have still saluted my nigga, but I would have still been the asshole like how G Money was on the first season when he was like, "Damn, nigga, you act like you the daddy." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I still would have been like that, but you know, I was Miss Lane would have let that roll. I'm not
I
gonna lie
would.
to you.
I wish I could ask O'Shea Russell, nigga, with the nigga, if you was in, you know, in his shoes, nigga, is you gonna snatch you up the chick that's pregnant, working in the trap house and all that good shit, goddamn it.
Mm, that's you know, that's one of
No.
them jokes.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who
That's
does
one of them
that?
all no, man.
Yeah, that's one of them who does that moment.
Right.
Well,
Who that?
I'm gonna speak for when I say this. When when Natasha got on this jump, there she go. Can you hear us now?
Yes.
All right, there she go.
All right.
I was gonna say this. when Natasha got on season 2, though, she actually brought this junk to another level. It got on a high pedestal because I think the women needed that. The
Hell
women
yeah.
needed to see, yeah, the women needed to see someone like that in this junk. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. I think
What
so
you
too.
what you think, Natasha? You think you brought her to the next level?
I do because I actually was in my bedroom watching that show the last season, and I was manifesting it myself. I was just like I was looking at every single character, and I was like, I don't kill this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, if I was on this, I would literally kill this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then all of it just came to fruition. I could not believe it. Like I was just watching this show in my bedroom. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I could not believe it. Yep.
Now, now this show, and that's why I say she brings another level to it because
Mm-hmm.
season 2 is now nominated for an award. So the
Hell
Ace
yeah.
Honors has looked at that and nominated season 2, bro. So shouts out to the whole cast, shouts out to the whole crew.
Yeah.
Major shouts out to Silk White for
Did
believing
our thing.
in a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
think
he's
so.
created a lane for everybody.
Cause I
Yeah,
think
most definitely.
I it was another actress up for the role, and he was going back and forth. It must have been a tough decision. I don't know who the person was, but when we did the auditions, he's like he still want to just come back to you. It's like he'll go, audition the other person, and it's like something just keep bringing him back to you. You know what I'm saying? And I just
Uh-huh.
kept killing it each time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he finally made the decision to go with me. So yeah, shout
That's
out the
the
whole
same
cast because
thing
we
he did.
all did
That's
our
the same
thing.
thing he did with me.
Yeah.
I saw that in the interview. He
Hmm.
never told me, but I saw it in the interview. I was like, bro, I did not know that. He was
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, man, no, we got this is somebody else. He was like, no, we can stop out this. Y'all don't get it. That's G Money right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
shout out,
shout out to
Ace
Silk, man.
Honors
Well,
for
he got the
recognizing
eye.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shouts out to Ace Honor, man.
Yep.
Yeah. And outside
Camden
of
Potter.
I was gonna say outside of Tears of a Hustler, I think we got some nominees on screen, right? Y'all nominated for a few awards for Ace
Yeah,
Honors, right?
So
bro is
I am
nominated.
nominated. I'm a nominated for Breakthrough Actor of the Year.
Yeah.
Shit,
Was it
congratulations,
Also,
goddamn
breakout
it.
Breakout Artist, Breakout Actor of the
actor
Year.
of the year?
And Polly, Love and Peace City, Part
Mm-hmm.
2,
Shout
nominated
out
as well.
Maya. Shout out Maya Speller.
Dr.
Shout
Miles
out to
Fellas.
Maya.
Shout out to the whole cast over there.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
for sure.
So yeah, man. So this will be my second year for being nominated for an award, and I only
Damn.
been doing it. I only been doing this professionally for a year and a half.
Damn.
Yeah. He bringing it for sure.
Man, bringing that heat every goddamn time.
Look at
And
God, man.
Good
they
job, man.
recognizing it because if like I said, you don't have a director or a team that's really behind you pushing it, that whole machine thing they have like
Mm-hmm.
with labels and artists and stuff like that, you got to be your own machine. And one thing
Mm-hmm.
about me and bro, we gonna advertise. You know what I'm saying? We
Like a
marketing
motherfucker.
geniuses out here. We gonna big up the directors. We're gonna always post. I never ever understand actors who was a part of projects who don't speak on it. I just don't. It's just beyond me.
Yeah.
I never understood that because you want to support your own project, the projects that you're in, and the director that gave you an opportunity. So I
Exactly.
mean,
I'm big on that too because you got to think about it. A lot of films you take on, and you feel like, oh, this is my biggest one. This is my joint, and the right people didn't see it.
yeah,
And
Mm-hmm.
then you do something that you may have a small part in, and the right person see it.
yeah,
Yep.
So you
yeah,
got to take advantage of all of this shit at the same.
All of
Bro,
it.
you cannot be light on none of this shit. I'm
right.
still
Mm-hmm.
promoting shit I started from Tit for Tat,
Me too.
BFL, The Client.
I promote
Uh,
keeping secrets. That was
man,
one of my
I'm
first films.
still
I go
going with
all the
this
way
thing. I'm
back. I
still
promote them
pumping them
all.
because
Yeah,
there's people who hasn't seen them.
that's
So
right.
the
Mm-hmm.
more people have seen it, You know what I'm saying? The more recognition and the more jobs that come along, and you
Yeah.
got better, and then you're showing your range. Like this was a movie I had to play this type of character. This was a movie I had to play this type of character.
Yeah, my
They
range
made
is
it seen
ridiculous.
this shit. So you
Yeah.
know this is your marketing. This is your thing. This is your brand.
Yeah.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
your resume. Every time you put something up, I don't give a damn how small or big it was. Put it
Yeah.
up because your black ass didn't have to be on that shit. They could have got
Yeah.
somebody else, nigga. So that goes for
Yeah.
everybody that's doing this and everybody that's watching this right now. Man, get off your lazy ass and think your name gonna do something because it's gonna
Yeah.
be a nigga that walk in the room that's prepared and get on your ass and you ain't gonna have a name no more. So
That would
stop
be
taking
me.
advantage of this shit, man,
That would
and
be
go for
me.
it.
That would
Real
be
That's
talk.
me. Cause, cause
Real talk.
if I come up in
Well,
here, let me tell you something. I'm not playing. And I tell these lazy actresses, I'm not playing. So if it's
mm-hmm.
coming for your part, yeah, I'm coming.
man, I'm
Cause
coming for your
I
neck.
don't play. Cause
I'm
a lot of
coming for your
times
neck, man.
people get the opportunities because of who they know. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, you don't want to make the person look bad. You know what I'm saying? And I told bro the other day, you got to use the people in your circle. Just don't
Mm-hmm.
misuse the people in your circle. But you
Facts.
absolutely need to use the people that you know
Totally agree.
because bro might be doing something else. I'm over here in casting or I'm doing something. I'm going to make sure that I give my people the opportunities, but I know that they can carry it. I'm not going to give you an
Right.
opportunity if I know you about to come in here and fumble, make me look crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to be able to use the people in your circle or it ain't no use for them. There,
Yeah.
there is absolutely no use for anybody in my circle that I cannot use.
Mm-hmm. I agree
Right.
with
And that's period. If I can't use you, I don't want you around me.
that. I agree.
Yeah, what's the use? What's the use? And it's
Yeah.
not even it's just utilizing. When you say using,
Yeah.
you're utilizing what you
Yeah.
have. You know what I'm
Not
saying? Because I'm the
not
type of nigga,
misuse
bro.
because you don't want to
I
ever
don't want to be the only nigga
misuse a
out here.
person.
I don't want to be the only nigga out here with a name. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
enough money. It's enough time,
All
enough
of
grind,
them.
enough money for
That's right.
everybody, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the more people that you get out here, the less jealousy is gonna come about.
Yep.
Yeah.
The less hate is gonna come about. I'm
Mhm.
putting people in a position to go get it. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 'Cause I can't take this shit with me, dog. This shit
Yeah.
right here, this whole podcast, us doing this shit gonna outlive me. Anything can happen to
Yep.
me tonight, tomorrow, or next week. This shit
Yeah.
is still gonna go on. So I'm gonna make the
Mm-hmm.
best impression I got to every fucking time I get this camera on me, dog. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm gonna tell my
Yeah.
truth so the next motherfucker can't say I didn't tell the truth. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
And
I
you
feel
literally
that.
gotta live by it and even like we always tell people you gotta get somebody in your corner that's just as passionate about shit as you. Don't
Mm-hmm.
Real
get your
talk.
friend that don't understand this acting shit because then y'all gonna be into it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get somebody that's bitten by the bug just as bad as you. Because if
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you don't, you're not gonna make it. Like I need a ride. They don't know. They don't understand. So you got to get somebody that understand all of this shit because it's layers to it. It's not just getting on screen and doing it. It's got to be the people that understand how bad you need the ride, how
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like how bad you need the wardrobe.
Yep.
For the different outfits or whatever it is, it's just layers to the whole thing, and they gotta understand it, or they just gonna get left behind. You're gonna be finding yourself arguing with them all damn day.
I
I'm
feel
gonna tell
that.
you another thing too, though. Even if like some of my homeboys back at home, you know, I can't take them on the acting journey with me, but I can utilize some of their talent. Like
Yeah.
my homeboy Toby Love back home. You know what I'm saying? His father played for the Barcades, and
Mm.
he does music. So he was over my music score for Sinful Lies. So I used his music for Sinful Lies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back home.
Hell yeah.
So now he's ready for another one. So
That's how you
also with
gotta
the
bring it
clothing
in.
brand, my homeboy Memphis Red back home. Shouts out to Memphis Red. He got the clothing line Lear. Man, when I say he got the shoes, the shirts, the hats, all that's gonna be in film. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just like another brother I'm getting ready to work with, he got the trenches joint. So
Yeah.
all these things that can be utilized. I can't get you in film, but I can get you in film. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gonna run into all your friends back home gonna always be like, let me get in the film. Put me in the, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can't no, because they
Man,
gonna
I
mess
ain't
up
even went
every
into
time. Don't
production
even
yet.
do it. Don't
Look,
even do it.
I ain't even went into production yet, and I done met 17 new cousins,
Yep.
14
Man,
new homeboys
facts.
from back in the day.
Boy, man, I got folk calling me. I ain't talked to them no how long.
It's
You know,
Yeah.
horrible.
just,
It's
you
horrible.
know,
Man,
well, your mama had dated this dude, and
yeah,
they kids remember you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And you know, say your daddy and dated this woman, and they
yeah,
kids know you all of a sudden. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
still be humble with the thing, humble
Oh
with your
yeah, no cap.
situation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but it's a family of things. If they understood the science, the people that do hair, like we was having a conversation. He got the people that's doing the branding. Last year I had a project and I said, so for everybody who's always asking me to put them in a movie, if you want to submit some brands, some hair, some, whatever, you know what I mean, I'll make sure that you get the credit. People don't, the problem is they don't want to give up nothing for free when it's
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
free, because you're gonna pay a shitload of money to get your shit on the radio, or you're gonna pay to
Mm-hmm.
get it on TV, and
Yeah,
they don't even want to pay for a commercial, but really to have your brand in a series that's going to show, because as you see is number one now, you know what I'm saying? So
them motherfuckers
it would
making
have been
noise.
beneficial if
Yeah,
they, you know what I mean, yeah, they don't
Yeah.
understand, because the only thing they see is a smaller picture where they looking at, oh, I gave her an outfit, is $200. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's how they looking at it. No.
right.
Yeah.
It ain't meant for everybody to have that vision. Because
It
if it
ain't.
was, God would have gave it to everybody. He
Yeah,
gave it
it's a
to
fact.
us, particularly for just for us.
Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
fact. Hmm.
That's what's up. Well, check this out, man. I know y'all pretty busy people, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't
I'm
gonna
reading
hold
your
y'all all
script.
night. But
I'm reading your script.
Let's talk about that.
oh,
Yeah.
look,
Don't
let's
get
talk
scared
about
now.
it. Let's talk about it, goddamn. So look,
Yeah, man.
man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something about that script, right?
So
So
let me interview you. So what inspired you to write this? What's the title of this film?
that's all I've been waiting on, goddamn it. Shit, in my
That's
time. Goddamn.
right.
But look, on the real though, right? This where all this shit came from. So I've been an avid reader my whole life. Like I had a history teacher back in middle school, man, who had got me so motherfucking locked in on history that even when I was running the streets, when I got back home, I would read articles and magazines, I would read books. Like I always been an avid reader. So when
That's
I went to the
good.
penitentiary for the first time in the state, I didn't know urban fiction existed. I had never heard of it before. I remember my mama used to
Mm-hmm.
read books similar to that, but I never even knew this was a thing. And
Yeah.
so my homies would slide me books like, homie, check this book out. And I was reading this shit. I was like, oh shit, this the shit we go through. I said, who the fuck wrote this? Come across niggas like Silk White. You know what I'm saying? Came across, the Terry Woods of the world and shit like that. Like I've been a fan of Silk White for a long
Mm-hmm.
time. And I
Oh
just said,
wow.
you know what? I can fucking write one of these. How come I can't? I live this shit too.
Yeah.
So I wrote a book, never published. It's called Red Corleone. I'm probably gonna publish it at the end of this year. I wrote that book back in when I go to the pen. '09. Like yeah, so around like '09, like 2010. So
Yeah, you went in when I got out.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
long, long
discussed
time
that.
ago.
Yeah, you discussed that.
Yeah, so I wrote that book and then I wrote a sequel to it. But as I was writing it, it developed into some other shit. And I wound up sending it to my mama and she submitted it to some publishing companies who offered me some deals. I was in the feds at this time, who offered me some deals. I never took none of the deals, but I used the offering as like a mitigating factor in my sentencing hearing to show the judge, like, hey man, I'm a writing ass nigga, fuck with me. It didn't really work, but I tried. But
Yeah, it's all good.
yeah, I came home and shopped it around some more. I got some decent deals, but it was nothing worth signing. So I just decided to say, fuck it, and self-published. And I'm gonna make a real a real long story, real short on how I got involved with y'all world with the with the movies and the entertainment industry. I was going through some rough shit at one point in time. That matter of fact, like 2023. I was going through a real bad breakup and I was going through a custody battle for my youngest son. You know what I'm saying? And I had kind of lost it. Like I was really losing my mind. I said I get the fuck up out of here. So I went to South America. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to leave America. I went to
Hmm.
South America to get to clear my mind. On the way down there, I met Anthony Clark at the airport. The producer on the film. I
Yeah.
met this nigga so fucking randomly.
Wow.
Like, bro, I was looking for. I never forget. I was looking for Terminal E because that's where my plane was flying out of to go to Bogota, Colombia. and I couldn't find it. And this nigga was just standing here. I said, "Hey, bro, do you know how to get to Terminal E?" He was like, "I'm on my way to Terminal E. Just follow me." I was like, "Cool." Man, this nigga walked for like 10 minutes without talking. I never said nothing to him. I just want to get to my terminal so I get the fuck up out of it. I don't want to be friends with nobody. And after a while, we started talking and getting to know each other. And I was telling him some things I was into. I was real big into content creating at the time. I had went viral a bunch of times. And he told me that he dealt with movies. I'm in Atlanta. I don't believe shit nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I was like, yo, whatever,
Scam capital. Scam capital. Scam capital, nigga.
Hey, I don't believe shit come out nobody's mouth in Atlanta. I'm like, yeah. Whatever, nigga.
Yeah.
So we exchanged information, man, and I'll check out his social media, he'll check out my shit. But what made me start paying attention to him, he jumped on the live with Trey Chaney. I'm an avid Wire fan. I watch Wire to this day. And I was like, well, damn, if he talking to Trey, maybe this nigga may be who he say he is. Let me give him a shot. So we developed a relationship that way, and that's literally what brought me into all the way to where I am now, and basically letting him guide me and talking to people like y'all, you know what I'm saying, and interviewing people and basically like taking bits and pieces of things I'm learning business, and shit jumped off the porch, goddamn it, and now we got When Worlds Collide, The Price of Revenge with Michael James and Natasha Ely and Ashanti Harris, you know what I'm saying? We got the Big Bang Black, Trey Chaney, JD Williams. Man, we finna put a masterpiece together, goddamn.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, congrats to you, man. See, man, hold on. See, you've been having me on this show. So listen, brother, congrats to you for not giving up.
Yeah.
For wanting to go. See, that was like I told you last time, man, sometimes God will put people in your life to place you where he wants you and then remove those folks, bro. It's all for a bigger purpose when we think we going through a rough ship or a hard time, bro. But it's for a purpose, my nigga. Yeah. And that's what life is about, my nigga. You got to go through this shit because it's a lesson in this shit. And you got to get the lessons. You got to learn from the shit to survive and go on to the next chapter, bro. So, my niggas, my hats off to you. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. And my nigga, I want to thank you for having me a part of this project. I knew it took tooth and nails to get to that motherfucker, because I know somebody else supposed to have it, and I know they watching right now. I know they're watching right now. Yeah, listen, I know they're watching right now.
And I thank you as well. And so what's funny is he said God does things. He got a sense of humor, and he does things in order, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when there's no confusion, you know that it was ordained. And somebody told me that you really need to meet Anthony Clark. They kept telling me that in my DM. And so I hadn't even talked to this person in a while, but I know he's with, into music and all this different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, okay, I just really didn't have time, but I'm like, okay, we'll try to make it happen. And then we had Robbie World, shout out to Robbie World. We had his premiere. And you was there. I already had developed the rapport with you. Then you had none other than Anthony Clark with you. So when you said his name, I was like, I know that name from somewhere. Mm-hmm. Then I go back to the pictures. The guy in the DM, once he saw the pictures, he was like, that's the guy that I've been trying to get you to meet for, all this time or whatever. And I said, okay, well, it happened the way it was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and we wind up in the same circles, and he speaks so highly of him. Yeah. Like, and then I posted something on my TikTok, and another friend of mine from my other world, life, he said shout out to, he said me, and then he said, and my boy Ant. So now I'm like, okay, hold up, like, damn, everybody know him. And so he wound up shooting me a DM, and he was like, I was in prison with him, you get what I'm saying? And he told me the whole spiel, and me and him, we go way back, you know what I'm saying? He was like, when you do your interview about your life, I want to be side by side, because I need to let them really know who you really are out here, you know what I'm saying? And I said who I really was, you know what I'm saying? But he really know, but he literally been my boy since before prison, in the streets and all of that. He came home still the same guy, and he speaks so highly of him. He said he did 2 years with him.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you something. The Anthony Clark story is not my story to tell, but when
right.
I done been around this dude, I done been in his house, I done been around like some big time people that names
Yes,
I won't even speak of. That's a hell of an individual. That's all.
but
Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say the
one I
same.
wasn't
Even
familiar with.
somebody asked me about him not long ago, and I just told them all what I know is that this man, his energy is great. We literally speak of God. You know what I mean? I know he's faith based,
Yeah, very.
and for me, that's very important. We do our workshops. I tell them quick. If y'all don't believe in God, you need to get on out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't even play like that. So I just knew that his energy, all of that was dope. And the only thing I could tell the person is, listen, I don't really know him like that, but from what I can tell and from the people that I think very highly of, speak very highly of him. So that's it. That's all. That's
Hell
Yeah.
all
yeah.
I need to know. Yeah.
Shouts out to Anthony Clark, man.
Man, shout
You
out to
Definitely
Anthony
shout
Clark.
out to
doing the
him.
thing, man.
Good guy, good guy, good guy.
I can tell y'all one thing: when we get on set, goddamn me next week, we all got me, you, Anthony Clark, everybody that's a part of the project. We about to make magic around this motherfucker,
Oh
goddamn it.
yeah.
I can't wait for the
I
interview
can't
with you.
wait.
Oh
And
yeah,
I,
that's coming. That's
yeah.
coming.
'Cause I ain't finna say nothing right now. But when we do that interview, boy, some shit I want to say.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get you and Trey over here together.
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah,
okay, you already know. We've
come
had
on
our
now.
conversation. Yeah. So yeah,
Well,
I'm
man,
always big in Trey up, DMs and all, way back when. Like I'm a big, huge fan of
man,
his. So
Trey
I
one
love
of
the
the
way
most
all of this is
humble,
coming together.
hustlingest motherfuckers ever. Like that dude's so
Ever.
humble and he a hustling dog. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I give it to the men like Mike, Shoe, King Judah, all of them.
King.
Listen, them
Yeah.
boys, they hustle hard. Every time I'm on the set, I
Mm-hmm.
see one or the other. I'm gonna see one of them.
Hell
So and
mm-hmm.
yeah.
they hustle hard. I think the men they really really hustling harder than the women. But you know what I'm saying? We getting there.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
say that, ladies. She said that.
Me neither.
We getting there. We getting there. It's some of us
I
that's
don't want to
that's
lose
up
that
there, but
fan
those
base.
two, them boys is listen. Them some hustling
Nah, it's
geniuses, marketing,
Yeah.
all
yeah,
that. They
it's definitely
they
some work
dope.
being done.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Well, man, look, man, I want to appreciate y'all, man, jumping on my podcast, man. Like, I really appreciate this,
For
Natasha. You know, I've
sure,
been
for
wanting to talk
sure,
to you. You know what I'm saying?
for
And
sure.
man, Michael James, you know, Brez always love, man. Every time we rap, man.
Always, brother.
Yeah, I'm man. Y'all have no idea. This is my first movie, man. I'm really looking forward. And this is more. It's crazy to say this, but this is really more of a learning experience for me. Even though I paid a shit ton of money investing into this motherfucking film, this motherfucker better make some goddamn money. But
It
it's really
better.
gonna be a real learning experience to be able to sit back and watch y'all in person. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing, and I use my creativity
Mm.
to play off of y'all creativity and man, I just think it's gonna be it's gonna be something special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
but it
take
was
money to make
special.
money, and you can only and in order for someone to invest in you, you have to invest in self first, because ain't
Yeah,
nobody gonna believe in you like yourself. So once a motherfucker see that you take you serious, then they gonna come along.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something about that, bro. That's really like throughout my whole life, even when I was in the streets, man. Like
Yeah,
them niggas on the other south of the border were like, I see you bring this, and I see you investing
yeah,
in you, so we'll let you do this. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. We
Yeah.
had that
So,
talk, man,
come on,
about a certain situation.
now.
Yeah. So you know what's up. So you know
Yeah.
some of the same folks. You know what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
know I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But you just got to be passionate about your work, and people can see it. They can when they read it, they read the script. They know, like you can tell who's for real, the real deal or not. I mean, you
Mm.
can tell,
mhm,
and you want to work and gravitate toward those people.
Yeah, most
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I
That's
love
a that's a that's a damn good script, bro. I can't wait to see the other one, man. So
man.
you got me something, bro.
Man, I like writing, bro. Like
Talk
I
about it.
like.
It's some sequels going on. Talk about it.
Oh yeah. Oh no. This
Everybody
is.
that think they got what it takes, they better hey jump in that DM now. Well, you gonna
Yeah,
get left
facts.
behind.
They better know, goddamn
They
it.
better know because you bringing it.
Yeah, I like
Hey,
me.
I want to shout out Silk White. I want to shout
Yeah.
out the Silk White production team.
That
My boy
team is
James over
amazing.
there. Everybody over there, from hair to makeup to wardrobe. The whole cast. You know what I'm saying? Alfonso, Big D, Judah, um, Natasha, Brittany, Crystal, O'Shea, everybody that played a part in this thing, man. My boy Ray, everybody that played a part in this thing, man. And shouts out to the cast of Polly 2. You know what I'm saying? Sasha Love, the whole crew, Karen Lee, Dr.
Hmm.
Mind, thank y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get them votes in when it's time to vote. I forgot what date it is, but it's in April.
It
So
opens up April 14th, I believe it
I got,
is.
I got,
April 14th.
I got to say something about Sasha Love. So,
Play, say something about Sasha Love.
look, she
What you
submitted an
got for?
audition for the film, right? Bro, when I say between her and Ashanti Harris, bro, it was like this.
Man, she interviewed a year. Get an interview over with. I don't want to be on the movie.
I don't want to be on no more
Hey,
either, bro.
hey, but look, hey, it was like
Nigga.
this, bro. Hey,
Bye, bye.
listen, y'all don't listen, bro. I was dead ass like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in another nigga hands. I'm gonna let you make that decision.
Man. I ain't finna, okay. But yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
but
Dope actress.
bro,
She's a
I
dope
love
actress.
Sasha
Yeah.
Love, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. Before she even and ask, next time you talk to her, ask her. When she messaged me, I told her, I said, I appreciate your professionalism, but you ain't need none of that shit. I know exactly who you are. Like we had
Yeah.
already had considered her, like before she even
Hmm.
had reached out. You know what I'm saying? That's why when she reached out, I'm reading that thing. I was like, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but baby, you ain't need
Let me speak on that. And I got to give my hats off to you on that. This is what kills me about a lot of people. I just had this situation and I'm gonna end this. If I've worked with you before and you seen what I could do, why in the hell would you make me audition?
That question of the day.
I hate that.
Sometimes,
And
listen. So what
I'm
I've
not trying to
learned,
make
though, bro.
myself. I'm not
I
trying to
don't
make
know,
myself.
man.
I'm not trying to make myself. Where I'm not in a position I don't have to audition. But you seen my work. I've worked with you. Why in the fuck will I have to audition?
That
So
makes sense.
what I've learned though, just recently too, is that someone saw my work, they love my work. However, they just wanted to hear me deliver those lines. So whether it's in person audition or self tape, they just wanted to hear how I would deliver the lines, and it was very short because I'm like, do I have to audition or even
I
do a
don't get
self
that.
tape if you already know what I can do? But they said
I
they
hate
just
that.
wanted to hear me say the
It,
lines.
no,
I
it's
pick up
crazy.
a
Like,
lot of work from Instagram, by the way. That DM be jumping since Paulino.
hey, if like dead ass, if you go back and watch when I interviewed Trey Chaney, he said that the casting director for BMF, they had a rapport. Like he had worked with him before, and he had to go through
He
7
still
auditions
auditions. I
to
saw
get
that.
on BMF. Fuck
Yeah,
me
Yeah.
up. I
yeah.
look,
That's wild to me.
yeah, that's crazy. I don't, but
No, no, I get that. But far as independent,
yeah.
But come
you
on now,
pick your
seven
phone
though,
up. You
seven.
pick your phone up and call me, and I answer that bitch. So
Yeah,
don't
That's
no
seven.
man.
That's still OD. Seven.
I feel that.
That's still OD. So,
But look,
we have a premiere tomorrow. Kodak Black's first film is called Glow Street. We have the premiere tomorrow, and then it premieres on Tubi on April 1st.
dope. I'm gonna clip this. I'm
Yeah,
gonna post this either not tonight, then early in the morning. But I'm gonna clip this though. Yeah,
yeah.
and
It's at the Look Studio, the ones that I met you guys at, because I don't know the full name. What is it? Look Studios, Look Cinemas, something like that.
That movie, that theater popping.
that
Yeah, that
motherfucker
theater
live.
on fire right now. Right.
That bitch
But
popping.
yeah, that's tomorrow. And I picked up something very, very special, Cinderella. And I'm playing a wicked stepmother coming up very, very soon.
Okay, I see you, Natasha.
Hmm.
You
Congratulations.
playing?
Thank
Yeah,
you. It's a dope script too. Oh my
hell
goodness.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You make a perfect wicked stepmother.
Something.
Like motherfucker.
Wicked something. Oh
Man,
yes, I'm gonna give it.
but man, look, like I say, man, I really appreciate y'all jumping on. Really appreciate y'all jumping on her. You know what I'm saying, chopping it up with me. And y'all best be like, Mike. He know he coming back. Natasha, you might as well get comfortable because I'm gonna be hitting you up with projects.
Yeah, I don't have a
I
problem
talk
with it.
about.
I don't
Yeah.
have absolutely have no problem with it.
All right.
Let's
Cool.
run.
I'm going all the way, you know. So I'll be back probably like a million more times
Come on now. I'm looking forward to it. Goddamn it.
Let's run.
next season too.
Well, check this out, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in to the Let's Talk Indie podcast, man. Y'all know we got a whole lot more going on, and yeah, please feel free to reach out to everybody, man. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Thank you for having us.
No doubt.